All right, welcome back. Do you know who this guy is? The guy on the screen is? Anybody know who this guy is? Anybody want to guess who this guy is? Or sorry, do you know who this guy is? Not guess. You know who this guy is? His name is let me see here. Anyway, the headline on the Shade Room says court filing state Dominique Perry alleges SARUNAS Jackson choked her while their daughter was present in 2020. Okay, who is Dominique Perry? Anybody know what that is? Dominique Perry. And who is Saruna Jackson? Dominique Perry. Let's see. He. Dominique Perry is let's see. She's an actress, a dancer. Okay. She's an actress and a dancer. Okay. We don't know what she is. We don't care. Right? Okay, we don't care yet. Okay. But let's check out who is Saruna Jackson. Okay. So it looks like Dominique Perry might have been in maybe Insecure. Well, she is Insecure. Let me see. Anyway, I don't care. But let's look at Saruna Jackson. Who is Saruna Jackson? Saruna Jackson is also an actor. Okay, 33 years old. A very tall guy, 6'8". Wow. It doesn't look like that in the... Okay, so he's an actor. Okay, 33 years old of age. All right. Let me come to the chat. You guys don't know what this is? Yeah, D-Love. That's Kiki's brother-in-law. Welcome, Chinye. Yeah, that's Kiki's brother-in-law. Human beings have patterns. I'm not saying anything, no. Human beings have patterns. We have a lot more in common than we like to admit. We're all unique. There's no question about that. We all have unique experiences. There's no question about that. But we need to start paying attention to the things that we have in common based off of the way we were raised, what kind of parenting we came up under, what kind of community we came up under, what ward do you belong to, what kind of friends and circle do you keep right now, what kind of content have you been consuming. There are patterns everywhere. This whole world will be a chaos. It will be chaotic, as you said, right? If there are no patterns, there's patterns everywhere. We gotta pay attention to. We gotta pay more attention to pattern and stop telling ourselves that to each his own. No, let me tell you something. If the person right next to you is collecting, based off of circumstances in the environment, there's a small increased chance that you go collect. You're right. There are other variables. At the end of the day, overall, it's unique. But we gotta pay a little bit more attention. We have to pay a little bit more attention to what we have in common, right? Now, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I don't know, but let me just read this caption for you. But this is Kiki Palmer's baby brother-in-law, I'm not sure if but brother-in-law. Okay, so this is coming way too soon, way too close. People are conditioned. Why do we say social construct? Because people are conditioned based off of the environment. That's why you need social intelligence. You can't just tell yourself that you're unique. It's not that you're unique, like, oh, your own is different. No, you're right, it's going to be different. But you are literally overlooking some things that we all have in patterns that you can literally know. Once you know it's small, you can tweak. Like, we're talking game now. You can tweak your experiences and your results just a little bit extra like that, just because you see this one small pattern, right? So if a person comes from a household where they've seen certain things and some things have been normalized, right? Even though the brothers can have two different personalities, when you look closer, you will see that there's something that's probably still that will very much align. I'm not saying that's the case for him. It's just something I want you to pay attention. This is the reasons why I suggest not just emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence kind of encompasses everything, but particularly social intelligence. Like, don't be a social awkward weirdo. There are patterns. There are patterns everywhere. Chinye say older brother. Okay, older brother. All right, good. So according to this caption, it says, as the custody battle between Dominique Perry and Saruna Jackson over their 5-year-old daughter, Zen, continues, new details have emerged. According to Radar Online, Saruna has responded to Dominique's recent claims that she tried to foster a positive co-parenting relationship with Sarunas despite his alleged emotional volatility. That is another phrase right there for your dictionaries. Saruna wrote, it is unclear where Dominique's allegations of emotional volatility and intimidation are coming from. Yeah, I can see, because you're the perpetrator, so you might not be able to see. But if I were you, Saruna, I will flip that to a question. What do you mean by emotional volatility and intimidation? Would you mind elaborating? I will flip that to a question, because that at least puts you in a place where you're open to maybe learning a little bit about how you show up in public, social intelligence, social skills. Like, just maybe you're not aware of how you show up. Oh, let me tell you something. Let me give you news flash for all of us that we're here right now. We're all not fully aware of how we show up in public. Write that down and take that to the bank. All of us, we're not fully aware. We have a different image in our head, right? Have you ever gone in front of a mirror and you're like, oh yeah, of course it's me, right? Have you ever heard yourself talking on a recording and you're like, that's my voice? We're all not fully aware. We have an idea, but we're not fully aware. And by the way, how everyone receives you is also unique from people to people to people. There's some commonalities. 9 out of 10 people will kind of tell you about you and how you come off. And there will be some similarities. Maybe you should start paying attention to that. Okay. So if I were him, I would flip that to a question. Tell me, what do you mean? What do you mean by emotional instability, whatever terminology they used for you, right? Yeah, like, what do you mean, right? With an open mind. But let me guess, emotional volatility may not allow you to be able to calm down that way. But listen, another day, another conversation. Anyway, my family and I have always welcomed Dominique with open arms, inviting her to family events and showing her love and support in more ways than one. I believe you, bro, but somehow she's not receiving it that way. Something is missing somewhere. Maybe she's lying. It's possible, right? But I will keep an open mind and ask some questions, right? All right. So they've supported her. He had it. Dominique has defamed my character to others. Yeah, the Japa husbands, they say the same thing. The husbands, they collect for here, the ones that were born in America, bred in America, children of Americans, they say the same thing. Women that are coconut heads, that never want to listen to anybody else, they say the same thing. Somebody's always defaming their character before they actually ask, like, what do you mean? Right? Before they keep an open mind. Well, listen, naturally so, because we all get caught up in our emotions. The whole point of this conversation is just to open your mind a little bit. Maybe you're showing up in a way that you're not aware, right? Especially when emotions are involved, especially when you are involved in a romantic relationship with a person that you trusted with your life, and they decided to capsize the whole boat to protect themselves, making them believe I am an absent father. Okay. Her negative communication with others, including to peers in our industry regarding our opinions of me, have made me fear for repercussions in my career. Maybe you should start asking questions. Just the open-mindedness to ask questions doesn't mean you're guilty. It doesn't mean it's your fault. You could be at fault. Okay? But it opens you up to receive. So you can actually improve your skills. Step up your game, right? But when you're close-minded, no one can help you, not even yourself, right? In a new court filing, Dominique shares, okay? Dominique is now talking, the girl. I experienced emotional volatility, intimidation, bullying, underserved stress, mental and physical abuse. Now that one needs to have a proof of some sort, right? A physical abuse need to have some kind of physical proof, wouldn't you say? Anyway, I don't know how that goes when it comes to the laws. Controlling and narcissistic. You bet it. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You say I hate my voice on recordings, right? You knew that was gonna come. You knew that the narcissistic word is gonna come. But anyway, she said controlling and narcissistic behavior all over the past 5+ years from SARUNAS and his whole family. Now, when you had the family, I have to look at you sideways. Now, there are some people's families are mad, all right? But the reality is that every family has some level of dysfunction. The fact that she will group all the whole family together make me look a little sideways, okay? The actress also detailed an alleged March 2020 conversation that led to violence. She claimed he got upset following a convo about a person in the industry. Things escalated and SARUNAS repeatedly called her stupid and grabbed her by the throat and started choking the actress. Zen came in the room crying and he let the actress go. She claimed SARUNAS then let her neck go. This is why I say, listen, I don't know what happened between these two, but don't wait until somebody is either accusing you or you have to accuse another person. If a conversation is already escalating to that level, excuse yourself. Okay, let go and let God, right? He was so angry that he had blood coming from his mouth. Maybe he beat himself. Maybe you punched him in the mouth. I don't know. Maybe somebody butt-headed somebody. God forbid. Please, don't find yourself in this situation. Listen, all it takes is anger. Okay? All it takes is anger. When he beat his tongue, okay, that's what happened. So he bit his tongue, right? Well, you can also bite your tongue when you punch somebody in the mouth. But I'm not saying she did that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying, don't wait until it's anything close to that, okay? Some people say, you never see it coming. You knew when somebody was getting angry. I know you never get angry. You never get angry. You're just like, you're not like everybody else, right? You never get angry. When somebody starts to get angry, you can't have an effective communication with them. They can't hear you. You can't hear them. You are afraid for your life, I bet, right? Why won't you let it go? Like, what logic are you going to give me, right, to say it is okay to stay in a very funky situation? What logic are you going to use to explain that? Go and explain that to the mirror. It's not going to work. Okay, you need to let go if it's that funky and trust that tomorrow will come and everybody will be calm, and you can have a conversation. Dominique demands the court to grant her primary custody. All right. Yeah, These things are undefeated. These stories. Somebody said after 24 hours and no police called, I don't believe shit. Innocent. Okay, so somebody said that. They don't believe her. That person does not believe her. Another person with a verified account, that possibly means they're paying $14 a month. How we never address those leaked Kiki texted apologizing for putting our hands on him. She also wrote it in our book. Okay, so by the way, I don't think we ever addressed that here. Kiki did admit in her book, something like that, reportedly admitted in her book that she put hands on the other one. What's his name again? Something Jackson. I forgot his name. Kiki's ex. Anyway, but like I always say, there are some perpetuated women beaters, and people that are just violent. But I've seen enough to know that. Hold on one second. I'm trying to read this thing. Did she call the police? If not done, tell us about it. If you don't want him in jail, we don't care. Right? If all you want is primary custody, they're saying they don't care, right? But yes, for the most part, is people tossing back and forth. You know, they're tossing back and forth for the most part. Not the one too many terrible situations, of course, that we need to address as well. Some people are just violent, and majority of the situations can be completely avoided by just backing up of each other. You know, why wait now though? Not justifying shit, but damn, man, since 2020 and now coming forward, no matter how many times we explain to these people that the time limit thing, it needs a little bit more deeper conversation than asking people why not come out then. They will never hear you.
You go explain because no evidence.
They will never hear what you're saying. Why not come out back then? Okay, let me start telling you, so maybe you can ask me why I said that. It's a stupid question, okay? It's a stupid question, ultimately. And that discussion needs to be had a little bit more. But usually when you ask that question, it's a rhetorical question, and you already made up your mind that they're lying, okay? So, if you ever ask this question again, chop slap. Anyway, cause why all these domestic abuse cases all be black men? A little therapy, please, my brothers, cause this ain't it. Listen, I know because I've also seen men fall to their knees and say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said that would never be me. I said that would never be me, but that's why I keep telling you, anger is temporary insanity. Don't wait until it's too bad, until it's this bad, right? Don't wait that long. Somebody said, I'm still stuck on T.I. choking King. He really had him like Melvin had Jody. Listen, that boy needs to chop slap. Sorry. Listen, that's his father. I'll let them figure that out. Now, cause why all this? Okay, we already talked about that. Let's see. Another verified account say, you choke on food. When a man wraps his hand around your throat, that's strangulation, and it's a lethality marker. That is aggressive. If that happened, that is crazy. Somebody said, lock those ninjas up, and their mama too, and their mama too. Wow. Oh, both of them ninjas. Okay. Brothers supposed to look alike, not beat. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm done with this for now. All right. So what do you think? What's your take on this? What did you learn from this personally? You as a person, what did you learn from this? I'm curious to see if you learned anything decent from this story, okay? Particularly with respect to relationships, domestic violence, anger, right? Narcissism, right? I'll be right back. Beautiful girl. It's your love that I've been missing. I saw your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.